Okay.
Hi, this is Scott Gresham. I'm sitting here with Keith Shaw in Penhold, Alberta. Keith's a longtime family friend, and we're just going to do a little bit of a chat about our case study for adaptive physical education in 240. Hi Keith, thanks for doing this.
No problem.
So first of all, we're just going to get right into it. We want to discuss basically like who Keith is. So if Keith, you could just tell a bit about yourself, where you grew up.
Grew up in New Brunswick.
New Brunswick?
Yeah.
Okay. And how long did you live there?
I came out here in 1980, so I was 20, born 56, I was 23, I think.
23.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you're married now?
Married, yeah.
And how long have you been married?
Too long?
Too long?
30 years.
Awesome.
30 last
30,
August. That was my 30th anniversary. Yeah.
And you got two boys?
Two boys.
Clifton and Jackson?
Yeah.
And they're what now?
Clifton's 28, Jackson will be 26 next April, next month.
Awesome. Alright, and then this is basically going to be like a breakdown. This is called SPAR, which is like social plays, personality, attribute thinking, and reciprocation. So if you can just give us a little brief information on social plays, like what do you enjoy doing? What are your hobbies?
Well, I like to hunt and fish, maybe not as much now as I'm getting older, but hunt, fish, I got a garden, and that's mostly my hobbies, I guess, hunt and fish.
What do you grow in the garden?
It's all legal.
Tomatoes. The tomatoes that my dad's after. Alright, perfect. And then, so personality, like with respect to cystic fibrosis and it's affected your life at your age now, how do you find that, how is your personality?
Well, I used to be pretty outgoing and different stuff, but I've been on disability for a little over 20 years. From my last job, I got on a plan there, I got pretty lucky to get on disability, and you kind of get away from the social aspect of things, especially this winter. I don't go nowhere, and you just kind of get withdrawn, being on disability so long. Mm-hmm. You know, your self-esteem goes down a bit because you just don't interact. Mm-hmm. I mean, I do go out. When I do go out, then I really like it. Like, we went out Saturday night, the wife had to drag me out, and then she had to drag me back because they didn't want to leave. You know, if I get out, it's great, but it's the you lose a lot of motivation.
Just the ability to just get yourself going.
Yeah, it's just so easy to stay home. Like.
Yeah. And then, just with that, like, it should be thinking, like, obviously, the cystic fibrosis, has it affected anything with respect to your ability to, like, cognitively think correctly, or?
To think?
Yes.
Well, they always say you get less oxygen, right? Mm-hmm. Because when your blood's flow, you get less oxygen, which is supposed to make the brain smarter. But I know a lot of people see after pretty bright people, so yeah. I think it's an individual case, eh?
Yeah.
Like I might not be as sharp as I used to be because I've been on disability for all day. I don't even talk to some people. You just.
Right. So it's more of just a decay of like the social norms that you're used to.
Yeah.
And then basically, yeah, like with what we're just talking about is reciprocation, right? Some people with disabilities, like a lot of them have a difficult time communicating verbally, let alone like with sign languages and whatnot. Some you have to use like a form of social media through a computer, but like for you, there's no issues there, but it is basically just more or less the ability to getting out and getting into a social environment.
Yeah, because I even have a friend here who was off for a while. He kind of started. He couldn't even talk to people because he'd been out of the scene for a little while. Yeah. And he's perfectly normal, but yeah, you just kind of lose how your conversation and your aspect, and your mingle, I guess.
And I imagine that friends kind of fade away if you're not putting in the amount of time, or do you?
Friends is what you make it, right? If you put the effort in, a friend's a friend regardless. Yeah. But it's like as you get older, I'm getting older, you don't entertain like you used to, and you just don't go out like you used to.
Yeah.
That's just human nature. That's not really a disability thing.
Right. So it doesn't affect that at all,
No.
like your ability to communicate.
Not really. No.
Sweet. So, I guess we'll stop there for now.